Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to a new deck on the channel as well, where I'm going to be covering Ice Barrier Synchro. It's a deck that I've been wanting to learn for a long time. I picked up the cards when they came out back in Battles of Legend last year, all the new cards at least. I've had all the old cards, all the Hidden Arsenal ones for ages, like since I started playing. And then it got a structure deck a couple years ago as well, so I've had those cards ready to rock. So I've owned them forever, and I've never gotten around to learning how to play them until now. So in this video, I want to go through my deck list, which I built kind of by myself. I didn't really use any reference deck list to start. I kind of just went based on feel, like which cards are good, which cards should be played, and what other engines can we supplement this deck with, because obviously it's not performing well. There's a lot to be desired here when it comes to building this Ice Barrier deck, and I feel like there's a lot of cards in the card pool that are gonna support this deck really well that I haven't really seen people play. Like I did eventually go look into lists, like, okay, what does the standard list look like? And yeah, nobody's playing the cards that I'm playing, so I hope that this is a good version of the deck. I hope that I can show you or convince you that some of these cards are good and that the combos are good. I'm going to go through my list. I'm going to go through the combos that include the cards that I'm playing specifically to try to support this deck and to make this better that I don't really see anyone else playing. So let's go ahead and go through the profile really quick, because I want to focus more on the combos, but I still want to talk about what we're working with. We're going to start off with 3 copies of Mirror Mage. This is the best card in your deck. Your deck kind of revolves around this card. It contributes an effect monster to summon up to 3 tokens, and then its level increases by that many. So for example, if you summon 3 tokens, you increase this level to 5, and then you have 3 level 1s. So that's really how you're going to get enough bodies to synchro climb, and your whole deck kind of revolves around getting this card out, using that effect, and having it resolve. This card is also really good as a starter, because when it goes to the graveyard, you can search any Ice Barrier card from deck to hand. So you can start your plays by sending this from deck to grave to get going. Speaking of which, we're going to play 3 copies of Hexa, which is your level 1 tuner. This card can send any Ice Barrier from deck to grave, and its level becomes that monster's level. So you're going to use Hexa to send Mirror Mage a lot of the time to increase its level to 2, but then Mirror Mage is going to let you search. So we're going to have a lot of plays starting with that. And then we're going to have 3 copies of Revealer. This card is a discard 1 to special summon an Ice Barrier from your deck. It's your most powerful starter, but it's the most susceptible to hand traps. It's going to get hit with Ash, Imperm, Veiler, Impulse, Mourner, whatever. You're going to get hit with it with Revealer, but because it's good and because we're kind of lacking in starters, we do have to max out on them, or else we're just not going to see any Ice Barrier cards. The next Ice Barrier card we're playing is 2 copies of Georges. This one is your best extender. If you have an Ice Barrier, you can special summon it from hand, and then when you do that, you can special summon another one from grave or hand. So it's just a double body, which is really nice. And then we have Speaker. This one, same thing. If you have an Ice Barrier, you can special it from hand. And then when it's in the graveyard, if you still have an Ice Barrier, you can banish it and summon a token. Then we have General Ryo. This one is a Floodgatey monster. When it says whenever your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, they have to discard a card or the effect is negated. So you're basically going to summon this out using your extra deck on your opponent's turn, and then, yeah, they have to discard to do anything, essentially, and it'll eventually burn them out of resource, which is really nice. Our best spell card is Medallion. It's Searcher for any Ice Barrier monster, non-once per turn. Doesn't matter what level, none of that. So it's really strong. And then besides that, yeah, that's all the Ice Barrier cards I'm playing in my list. A couple cards that you might see in other lists. We have General Wayne of the Ice Barrier. This one, you can normal summon it if your opponent has a monster. But otherwise, there's no way to summon it out. It's a level 5. It kind of sucks. It does search an Ice Barrier spell or trap, which is nice, but it's too hard to get out, and it's a brick. We have Medium of the Ice Barrier. This one is another Floodgatey monster. It says your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap per turn. It's a really good effect, but I don't want to play too many Floodgate monsters. I'm already playing Ryo. I don't want to play another brick, okay? That's why I'm not playing it. Then we have Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier. This one is a Monster Reborn. This one does come up in like the Sprite combos, like where you send Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage will search us this Monster Reborn. You can bring back the Mirror Mage, make Toad. But in this deck, I don't like it. 99% of the time, Mirror Mage is going to search me Georges, which will just bring back the Mirror Mage anyway. So why would I just do a spell card when I can have 2 bodies instead of 1? Okay. And then we have Winds Over the Ice Barrier. This one says tribute Ice Barrier monsters, special that many from your deck. Which is nice, but it's only good if you tribute a bunch of Ice Barrier monsters, and if you have a bunch of Ice Barrier monsters, you're already playing, so it's a little bit win more. So I'm not playing these cards in my build. You're welcome to. I just want to make sure you know that they exist. On to my personal tech packages. We're going to start off with Abyss Shark. Abyss Shark is a level 5 fish that you can special summon out when you control a water monster and only water monsters. And then on summon it, or not on summon, it'll special summon itself out and it will search a level 3, 4, or 5 fish. My search target is going to be Minairuka. This is a level 4 fish. The reason I'm playing this, I need a level 4 for my combos. And I need one that can special summon itself out. Our options are Drake Shark, which will summon itself out when it's searched. But what if I draw Drake Shark without Abyss Shark? It's dead. We have Fishborg Harpooner, which can discard a card to special summon itself out. Never want to discard a card. We have Silent Angler, which will special summon from hand for free, but then you can't special from hand for the rest of the turn. That's awful for this deck. Will not work in the combos. And then that leaves Minairuka, which can special summon itself out when you activate a water monster effect on the field, which is always going to be live. Alright, so we're playing Minairuka as the search target. That's our first tech package. The next tech package we're playing is 3 copies of White Sardine. Just the White Sardine. We're not playing the White Sunfish. Even though it's searchable by Abyss Shark, it's a brick. I'm not trying to rely on 3-card combos here. We're just playing the Sardine. It will pair with any of our starters for a really nice board. Like, we don't want to have to draw Sardine plus Abyss Shark plus a starter. That's too much. Sardine plus a starter is really nice. What it does is special summons itself out from hand by sending another copy of itself from deck to grave for cost. And then when it's summoned back out from the graveyard, you can make it a tuner. So that's really nice because a lot of our combos are going to go through level 6 synchros. We can use our White Aura Porpoise in the extra deck to summon back out 2 copies of White Sardine, because Porpoise can summon out 2, which is really nice. And yeah, that's what we're going to be going for our synchro plays. We can summon out 2 Sardines, make one a tuner, make one a non-tuner, or make them both tuners, or whatever our combo needs. Sardine is going to pair really well. The next card we're playing is going to be kind of weird. World Legacy Succession. This one is a monster reborn to a zone a link monster points to. That's because it's searchable via our extra deck, which you'll see in a second. And then the rest of our deck is going... Well, okay, we have one more engine, kind of Foolish Burial. It's a pseudo starter. We can send Mirror Mage to search something and to get our play started. And then Prosperity. And then the rest is non-engine now. Called by triple tactics cards of your choice. Ogres, Ashes, Impulses, because it's all water, except for Ogre. I guess you could replace the Ogre. And then Imperm. Okay? Maybe we replace the Ogre with, like, Droplet. But yeah, that's where we're at with the deck list for the main deck. Let me scoop these guys up. And then I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be going for with our combos with Abyss Shark and Sardine specifically. Now, there's other 1-card combos without those packages that you've probably seen in other Ice Barrier combo videos. And I'll probably do a overall combo video later. But in this video, I want to focus on Abyss Shark, White Sardine. I want to show you why I'm playing those cards. Our extra deck's going to look like this. 1 Ib the World Chalice Justiciar. Water monsters. Synchro, when it's synchro summoned, it will search out World Legacy card. And that's why we're playing the Succession, the Monster Reborn, right? When it goes to grave, we can also summon out a World Chalice monster from the deck. I'm choosing not to play it, but you can play this card, Crowned by the World Chalice. It's a water level 2 non-tuner. Yeah, you don't need it for the combos, honestly. So I'm just not playing that brick. I'd rather just play the Monster Reborn pseudo brick and just use Ib. Like, Ib is still great. For our level 6s, we have Coral Dragon, we have White Aura Porpoise. This one will summon back fish. We have White Aura Monoceros. This will also summon back fish. We have a White Aura Whale. This will destroy your opponent's whole board. We have Oskan the Bicorn Goatee. This one is, when it's summoned, it can target a fish you control and a card your opponent controls, banish both. And then when this is banished, it'll come back. So it's a really nice board breaker. Like, you can climb up through your combos while breaking boards, which is something I like. I'm playing this one over this card, Ravenous Crocodile Dragon Archethys. which is level 9. First of all, it can draw up to 3 generally in your combo. But and a lot of the combos you probably see if you go to other Ice Barrier combo videos are gonna like show off, oh, a draw 4 combo. But honestly, if you're doing that, you're gonna get cooked because you're gonna end on this card plus a whole hand of maybe hand traps, but also maybe just a bunch of engine that you don't want. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this, and I don't like it. I think you're just gonna lose if you go for that. That's why I'm not playing it. For my other level 8s, we have a Dragite. We have, okay, that's it for level 8. So we have a level 9 Trishula. We have level 10. We have Lancia. This one is going to summon out Ice Barriers from your deck whenever your opponent special summons a monster. This is how we're going to get out our General Ryo and our Georges as our backup Floodgate monster. Our other level 10s are Gamir Agrin and Chengying. And then we have our big Trishula level 11, which will banish 3 on summon. For our non-synchros, which are only a couple, we have Coral Anemone, which is our Link monster summon back. Really great. You only get synchro locked after you use, what's it called? Mirror Mage. You only get synchro locked after Mirror Mage. Everything else might water lock you or just won't lock you at all. So we can still play non-synchros, just not too many. And then we have Bahamut Toad. Still playable, still live. Okay. That's going to be our extra deck that we're going to be working with in this combo video. Alright, I'm going to go through my combos with Revealer, Hexa, and Mirror Mage, paired up with White Sardine or Abyss Shark. I'll show you what we can do with those particular cards, and why I think these cards are really nice features of the Ice Barrier deck if you choose to play it. Alright, we're going to start off with Hexa plus Abyss Shark. And then we're just gonna work our way through every combination of those cards that we can work with. Okay, so starting off with our hand of Hexa plus Abyss Shark plus 3 other cards, doesn't matter. We're not gonna need them. We're gonna normal summon our Hexa. We're gonna special summon our Abyss Shark and search our Minairuka. Very nice. And now once we do that, we're gonna activate our Hexa, Chainlink 1, and then we can go Minairuka Chainlink 2. To special summon itself out because we've activated a water monster effect on the field. We're going to use Hexa to send down our Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage, because it was sent down, is going to search us a medallion, or you can just search the Georges directly, like we're going to eventually search the Georges. Sometimes I like to use our search medallion, so if our opponent interacts with us somewhere, we can change what we want to search. We have other options, but generally Georges is the best one. So let's go ahead and just search that directly. From here, we're going to link summon into our Coral. Hexa plus Abyss Shark into a Coral Anemone. Great. And now we're going to go Coral Effect, summon back. We're going to summon back our Hexa here. That's going to be kind of nice. And now we can go ahead and Synchro Summon for a level 5. And that is going to be our Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar. Ib on summon is going to search us our copy of, what's it called? World Legacy Succession. Okay, so now we have a Monster Reborn available. We also have Georges available. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate our Succession now. We're going to target our Mirror Mage. Bring that back here. And now we're going to go ahead and we can hold our Georges for now. We don't need to use it immediately. We can Mirror Mage first. Let's go ahead and tribute off this Coral Anemone and summon out 3 tokens. 1, 2, 3. Now our Mirror Mage is level 5. Our Ib is level 5, and we have 3 level 1 tokens. Okay. From here we can go ahead and Synchro Summon off. We're going to use 1 token and the Ib to summon out our Porpoise. What is your Porpoise in life? White Aura. Okay, White Aura Porpoise will summon back out a fish level 4 or lower, which is just our Minairuka. Great, now we have a 6, 1, 1, and 4 non-tuner plus a 5 tuner. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and Synchro once again, using 1 token and 1 Mirror Mage, up into a Coral Dragon. Cool, and now we can go ahead Coral Dragon plus Minairuka for a Lancia. Here we go. And we're going to draw one off of Coral Dragon, don't forget. So we're going to have one card here. We started off also with 3 other cards in hand, so we have now 4 cards in hand plus Georges. Yep, and now we can go ahead and special summon that Georges if we control an Ice Barrier monster, which we do because this is an Ice Barrier token. And then Georges we can use to summon back an Ice Barrier from our graveyard. So which one do we want? We have a level 6, we have a level 1, we have a 6 tuner. So what level do we want? Our options are Mirror Mage or Hexa. I think we're going to want to go for the the Mirror Mage. Sorry. We can go for the Mirror Mage there. And now we can go Mirror Mage plus the Porpoise here. And that will get out our Adamancipator Risen Dragite. Okay? And that's going to be our end board, which has a live Georges. Our opponent cannot use monster effects in the graveyard. It's almost Dweller. We have a Lancia to summon out Ryo ASAP, and then we have Dragite to negate a spell or trap, and then we have 4 cards in hand. Okay? That's a phenomenal end board. Alright, that's going to be where we end on for this particular one, which started off with Hexa plus Abyss Shark. Now let's go ahead and check out Abyss Shark plus Mirror Mage. Okay, in our Abyss Shark plus Mirror Mage combo, we're going to start off pretty similarly. We're going to normal summon the Mirror Mage. We're going to special summon the Abyss Shark, and Abyss Shark is going to search our Minairuka. Now, we don't want to go ahead and use that Mirror Mage effect now because we're going to be locked in the synchros. That's not ideal. So we're just going to go ahead and link these guys off for the Coral Anemone. Now we're going to use Coral Anemone's effect now we're going to use Mirror Mage effect to search, and that will search us our copy of Medallion, or we could just get Georges, or whatever else we want to grab here. Our other option is Speaker as well. That might be a pretty good choice, but I think we're going to go for the Georges here. Now we can go Coral to summon back the Mirror Mage, and then Chainlink to Minairuka to summon back out here. Now we're going to use our Mirror Mage. We're going to tribute off the Minairuka, but we're not going to go for 3 tokens, even though we have the space. We're just going to go for 2. Okay, and the reason is we want to get into Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar. Let's look at what we're missing out on by sacrificing a 3rd token. We're missing out on a level 1 non-tuner and 1 level on our tuner. Okay, Ib will get us a Monster Reborn for more than 2 levels. So if you just want big monsters, we're going to have enough bodies. We just need more levels. Ib is going to be more levels. All right, so let's go ahead and just summon out the 2 tokens. Now we're going to synchro summon using one of them plus Mirror Mage up into our Ib. Ib effect is going to activate now, searching our World Legacy Succession. Sweet. Now we can special summon out our Georges and special summon out our Mirror Mage back from using our Georges. And now we can go ahead and use Ib into a level 6 with our token to bring out our White Aura Porpoise. Porpoise can summon back out our Minairuka. There we go. And now we already have a level 10 and 8 access, and we also have a succession. But I think we're gonna just hold the succession. But anyway, we have a level 6 and 4 non-tuner. So we're gonna go ahead and synchro those off for our Lancia. And then we also have a 2 and a 6, a level 2 tuner and a 6 non-tuner. That's going to get us our Dragite. And this is also a time where if we summoned out this Crowned, it would have been useful because we would have this Crowned afterwards. We could succession back the Georges, and then we would have another level 8 synchro. But there's not really a level 8 synchro to add to this end board that would actually put it up an interruption. Like, remember, our other level 8s are Ozcon and the White Aura Whale, so that wouldn't really get us anywhere. So I think we're just going to hold the succession in hand, and we're going to end on Lancia and Dragite and put a little pressure on them to actually out this Coral Anemone, or else it will get more value. And yeah, otherwise we can discard this with Droplet, we can discard this with Revealer on a future turn. So that rounds out our combo for Abyss Shark plus Mirror Mage. Alright, let's do our last Abyss Shark combo, which is going to be Abyss Shark plus the Revealer. Because in this combo we do have to discard extra cards, I'm gonna have an actual hand here. So we have 3 cards in hand plus Abyss Shark plus Revealer. Let's go ahead and normal summon a Revealer. We're gonna special summon out our Abyss Shark, and Abyss Shark will search us our Minairuka. There we go. And now we can go Revealer effect, discard something. I'm just gonna not put it in the graveyard so it doesn't matter, but Revealer will discard one of our cards, and then we can go Chainlink 2 Minairuka here to summon out. Revealer is gonna search us, or summon us out our copy of, let's go for the Hexa here. Nice. And now we can go ahead and use Hexa. Before we do anything else, we're gonna use Hexa to send down the Mirror Mage, and then Mirror Mage effect is gonna search us our Georges for follow-up later on. From here, because we have our 2 level 4s, we can go ahead and overlay them in Minairuka here for the Bahamut Shark. And we're going to detach that Minairuka for a Toad. There we go. Now we are protected. Yeah, we did play into Nib, but from here on out we're protected. I guess that's kind of nice. So yeah. From here we can go ahead and link summon. We can go ahead and link our Abyss Shark and our Bahamut Shark, I believe. And now Coral can summon back out our Mirror Mage. Alright, so now we have access to the Mirror Mage ready to go. We also have Georges for later on. We're going to use Mirror Mage now. We're going to send away this Hexa. And we're only going to summon out 2 tokens. I already told you in the last combo why. Only 2 tokens is fine sometimes. So now our Mirror Mage is level 4 as a tuner. We're going to go ahead and Synchro Summon off 1 token plus our Mirror Mage to bring out our favorite Synchro monster, which is going to be Ib. Here we go. Make sure we leave our Anemone zone clear. Ib is going to search us World Legacy Succession on summon. So now we have Georges and Succession plus 2 cards in hand right now to go ahead and be follow-up or like extension. And now we can go ahead and go Ib plus the token. And that will bring us out our White Aura Porpoise. Or rather, before we do that, we're going to want to summon out Georges because we need ice barriers on the board, right? We're going to special summon out the Georges. We're going to special now summon out the Mirror Mage. Now we can go Ib plus the token for the White Aura Porpoise. Porpoise will summon back out our Minairuka. From here, we can clear out the Georges and the Minairuka to bring out our Lancia. And then we can go Mirror Mage plus the Porpoise for the Dragite. Okay, and then we still have a Succession left. We can go ahead and burn that here if we want to and just bring out the Georges. And that way when Lancia first activates, we're going to bring out the Ryo. And then that will lock them out of graveyard and on-field effects with a Spell Trap negate, with a Toad negate, and with 2 cards left in hand for follow-up. So yeah, that wraps up the Abyss Shark plus the Revealer combo. Now let's dig into White Sardine a little bit. I know this is a long video, but bear with me. I'm trying to show why I think these cards are really cool and should be played with Ice Barrier. So hopefully you're enjoying so far. If you are, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. Leave a comment below on how you, or what you're thinking so far as we get through some of these Ice Barrier combos. All right, we've talked about the first fish. Now let's talk about the second fish, which is White Sardine. We're going to go through Hexa, Revealer, and Mirror Mage with White Sardine to show why I think White Sardine is a great extender and a great addition to this deck. Let's go ahead and start with our Hexa combo. We're going to normal summon Hexa, and then we can special summon White Sardine by sending another one from deck to the graveyard. Okay, and now we can go ahead and use our Hexa effect. We're going to send down our Mirror Mage from deck to grave, which will be able to search us our Georges after it goes down. Now we can go ahead and link summon off the Sardine plus the Hexa for our copy of Coral Anemone. And then Coral Anemone is going to be able to summon back out our Mirror Mage from the graveyard. From here we can special summon out our Georges, and then we can special summon out our Hexa with the Georges. We're going to do that now because I want to leave the link arrow on the Anemone for when we use, or when we search for Succession. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave that Anemone, not tribute it off with Mirror Mage. I want to tribute off something else. So we're going to go ahead and tribute off this Hexa for the Mirror Mage, summon out our 2 tokens now. And now we can go ahead and link summon, or synchro summon rather, with the token and 1 Mirror Mage up into our level 5, which is going to be our Ib. And then Ib will search us our Succession. Nice. And now we can go ahead and synchro 6 with our Ib and our token for our Porpoise. Now Porpoise can summon out a level 4 fish from our graveyard, and then if there's another one with the same name in our graveyard, it can summon that one too. So we're going to summon out 2 white sardines. We're going to leave them both as non-tuners right now, and that will be able to get us the correct levels for tuners and non-tuners. We're going to use Succession here to summon back out our Mirror Mage, and that will get us our second tuner. These 2 are tuners, these all are not. And now we can just simply synchro summon with our Mirror Mage plus our Porpoise. That will go up into a Dragite, our typical end board goal here. And then we can go for our 2 sardines plus our 2 non-tuner sardines plus our Georges, and that will get us into our Lancia. All right, so that's going to be our end board for Sardine plus Hexa, which is going to be Lancia plus Dragite, and we also have 3 more cards in hand as well. Now let's check out Sardine plus Mirror Mage. Alright, let's start off with our Sardine plus Mirror Mage combo. We're going to go ahead and normal summon out our Mirror Mage, special summon out the Sardine, or the other order, it doesn't matter, by sending the Sardine from deck to grave. From here we can link up into Coral, as usual, and now Mirror Mage will activate to search us our Georges for later. Coral can summon back out the Mirror Mage here. And from here, we unfortunately don't really have anything else to tribute off unless we just special summon out this Georges and tribute it off for the Mirror Mage. That is going to kind of lock us out of using our IB. We're not going to have an IB play because we're not going to have a link zone anymore. So unfortunately, we're going to have to just go ahead and tribute off this Coral, which is not a big deal, but we are going to go for all 3 tokens in this particular case now because that's where we're at. We're going to have a level 5 plus 3 level 1 tokens. We're going to go ahead and synchro those off for our level 6, which is going to be the White Aura Porpoise once again. Now, normally we would have just ended on like Dragite or something, but now that we have Porpoise for 2 white sardines, we're going to bring those guys back, and we're going to make, I think, one of them a tuner. I don't remember exactly right off the bat. But I think one of them is going to be a tuner here. We're going to use our tuner fish, our non-tuner fish. We're going to use all 3 of them to go up into a Lancia, okay? And that means we have enough space for Georges to come down. We have Georges special summon out because we have an Ice Barrier token. And then Georges is going to summon back our Mirror Mage. From here, we can either go 6 plus 2 and then into another 2. For example, like 6 plus 2, like this, into a level 8 synchro. For example, we can just go burn through the Oscon because it's probably not going to come up this duel, and then we can just synchro off these 2 guys for the for another level 10, which can be Chengying or Agrin, and that's one option. Or we can just leave this Mirror Mage on board and just go for the Dragite and leave it on instead of going for the Oscon. So it's up to you on which of these monsters you want to end on, but we have the ability to end on any of them. It just depends on whether we synchro this off or not. So yeah, that's going to be our end board, is any one of these 3 guys plus the Lancia. Not too shabby for the 2-card combo in this particular deck. We also are going to have 3 more cards in hand to hopefully protect our dudes. Our last combo is, you guessed it, Sardine plus Revealer. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this 2-card combo. So let's go ahead and special our Sardine by sending another one, and then we can normal summon our Revealer. And here we can just use Revealer to discard anything. So we're going to keep our hand count live here. We should have 3 more cards in hand. Revealer is going to discard one of them to summon out an Ice Barrier from our deck. Of course, this is very susceptible to anything, but if Revealer's our starter, it's what it is. It's susceptible, right? So let's go ahead and summon out our Hexa here. Hexa can now activate, send down our Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage can activate to search our Georges. From here we can link 2 with our Hexa plus our Sardine, and that will get us into our Coral as usual. Put it over here because that's where our zones need. And then our Coral can summon back our Hexa. Nice. From here, we can either like de-risk the situation by specialing Georges now, But we're gonna get rid of our ice barriers and hope for our succession to search a succession. So let's go ahead and synchro summon 5. Let's take the risk here. We're gonna search or summon out our Ib. Love being back on the Ib in our combos. We couldn't do it in the last combo, but in this one we're all about it. Ib comes down. We're gonna search us our succession. We have succession and Georges now. Sweet. And now we can go ahead and use that succession if we want to, or just use, no, we can't use the Georges yet. We can use succession here to bring back our Mirror Mage. Nice. And then we're going to use our Mirror Mage to tribute off this Coral. Yeah, to tribute off the Coral to summon out our tokens. We can summon 3 since we don't need to go into Ib anymore. We already have the Ib. So let's go ahead and summon out our 3 tokens now. From here, we have to be careful with our zones. We might clog ourselves up. We still have Georges to come back as well. So let's start burning through some of our zones. We need to get a whole bunch of these guys off the board, which is kind of a nice problem to have. For example, if we go for the Porpoise now, we're not going to have enough room for 2 Sardines. If we go for the Porpoise, yeah, same with this combo. And then we can also just go into Coral Dragon for a draw one at some point. I think we're going to do that to start. So let's go ahead and synchro off the Ib plus a token for a Coral Dragon now. Okay, and now we can go Mirror Mage plus a token for the Porpoise. And then we can go Porpoise Effect to bring back 2 Sardines. Let's see. Do any of them need to be tuners? I think probably one is going to be a tuner. We'll figure it out at the end of this combo what was correct, but I might go back on how many need to be tuners right now. We can go Coral Dragon plus the non-tuner Sardine. Let's get our Dragite out real quick. Actually, we're going to make them both non-tuners. Let's just remove all 3 for our Lancia. Let's get that out and rocking and rolling. Okay, Lancia's out. Now we have a 6 and a 1 non-tuner. Now we can special summon our Georges. And then Georges will bring back our Mirror Mage here. Or it could bring back a Revealer, actually. And then we can go for Monoceros here, even. I'm just kind of cooking a little bit here. But, like, no matter what, it would be very easy to get Lancia Dragite. Like, that's very standard. I'm just trying to get 3. So we're going to go for Monoceros, which can bring back a Sardine again as a tuner this time, for sure. Is there any point to this? Like, we have Dragite already, plus a level 9. If we were playing Arcethys, we could go for that. Or if we just make this a non-tuner, we go for a 10. So I think that's basically where we're at. We either have Dragite with these, or we have a level 10 if this is a non-tuner. So it's, again, we can choose to end on Dragite, Chenying, or Gamir. And that's going to be our end board. So let's just say we go for the level 10. That's a non-tuner. We just go for Gamir. And then also I forgot to draw one because we synchroed off the Coral. So we have 2 cards here. We have 3 more cards in hand. Monoceros can float. It's not terrible to leave on the board, but yeah, that's going to be our end board with Revealer plus Sardine. I'm sure I could have done that better. There's got to be a better way to like end on just a little bit more there. But yeah, I'm going to go back and lab that, but I want to end this video because we're running really late. And yeah, I want you guys to tell me what you guys think of this Ice Barrier build, what you think of kind of what I've been working on here. Let me know if you have any advice or any comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you soon.